Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. Hello, hello, hello. If you can hear me, can you just say hello back to me? Hello, hello, hello. If you can hear me, just let me know. I was going live on my laptop, but that thing is like so weak. So I'm on my phone and I just got in from the gym and I am a hot, sweaty mess. And therefore, I cannot come on camera. I could, but I'm just, you know? Okay. So we got Kingdom Claus here. Kingdom Claus, yeah, you were the first comment. Hello, Kingdom Claus. How are you? How are you? I always give people time to come in, to let people know, give the notifications to people's phones so they can log in and see what's going on, and then we got Noreen. Hey, Noreen, how are you doing? How are you? We got Chrissy here. Hey, Chrissy, how are you? You've been snapping on Instagram. I've been seeing you. Yes, yes, yes. I have been really trying to keep up with my social media. I have really been on TikTok. TikTok has been really good for me. And then, of course, like I said, it attaches over to my Instagram. So it's like two birds with one stone. And then one other thing that I'm finding is that on Instagram, posting into stories, you guys, make sure that you post into your stories, because the stories on Instagram get way more views than just a regular post. So, I mean, not a story, a reel, the reels, REEL. Posting reels on Instagram gets like 10 times more views and interaction than a regular post. I think they're trying to rival with TikTok. So anytime I post something on TikTok, I will go in and even though it attaches over into Instagram, it can only go up to your story or to your post. But I will also sometimes, if it's a really good post, I will go back into Instagram and put it as a reel as well, because the reels is really what gets it. And when you do your reels, please make sure that you're putting your hashtags on Instagram. Okay. Okay. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. So Instagram, the new rule, it's always changing. It's like the regular post is just not good enough. They're really pushing the reels on Instagram. Okay. So glad you're well, Noreen. Hey, keep it netty. We got JSX Beauty. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? And if you're on Facebook, I probably can't see your comments on here because I'm on my StreamYard software, and I think it only shows me YouTube. I don't know. We'll see. But if you're on Facebook watching this, I have two Facebooks connected right now. If you're on Facebook and you comment, I will let you know if I see a Facebook comment. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. Now, this does not have to be a long video, but this is a much awaited video. And I said on TikTok that I was going to do a video about this because, oh my God, a lot has happened, you guys. A lot. When I say a lot has happened, like so much has happened during the summer. It's like out of nowhere, boom, everything just went crazy, but in a good way. Crazy to the point where I didn't even have time to go online. I haven't even really had time to clean my house. And that's embarrassing to say, but I was just saying that I need to get a housekeeper because me trying to keep everything else clean and in order, my own house is a darn mess. And I really am thinking about hiring somebody. It's just really, I'm really overwhelmed. And then I'm doing like a lot of yard work and I'm trying to get my yard ready. I like bought a fire pit and a water fountain and all of that. I even want to have like an airbrush artist come out and airbrush my garage to say like good vibes only. So it could be like a whole thing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull all that together this year. My goal was to try to have something big for Labor Day, but I really think I'm pushing myself way too far. And that is why I wanted to talk about this box, you guys. Okay, so we got some more people. We got Lauren. Lauren is late as hell, just getting in from work. Lauren, you're late. You're late. You're late. Kingdom Claus. Kingdom Claus was the first one here. You're late. I cannot come on camera because I'm looking really sweaty. Okay. I'm like literally still sweaty, and I really should have jumped right in the shower because this monkeypox thing is really becoming a real deal, you guys. Like, and I do not want monkeypox. Like, I do not, because the way that those sores progress with the monkeypox, I don't know. Like, I know that they could go through their little phase, and nobody's showing cleared up monkeypox where it's like, oh, it all cleared up. So I'm waiting to see how this monkeypox clears all the way up, because it can leave scars. And then you don't even know where it will come out on your body. It can come out on your arm. One girl in Georgia has it on her face. And it's like, what is that going to leave permanent scars? I was just on TikTok and this guy was on there. I had to click off because I had to get on here, but he had monkeypox and it was like all over his lips and on his chin. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, what if that leaves you with permanent scars? I don't know. I'm just like, you guys, it's getting really weird out here. This is the weirdest time ever. So it's almost like a lot of advice that I've given, like in the past 3 years. It's like some of the advice I'm giving, but I can't even 100% stand behind it because the times have been so weird right now. Everything is morphing so fast from so many different angles. I can't even really 100% stand behind what I know. And that's just me being honest. Like, times is super weird. Like super, super, super weird. Lauren says she dusty and she started itching the other week, but it was from contact dermatitis. Yeah, and you know what? I had like 3 little bumps on the side of my face. And I'm like, I keep rubbing them, but I think I know what it is. It's just for me sweating and just being out in this yard and just me touching my face and just doing the absolute most. So contact dermatitis for me too, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I wanted to get into this about this box, you all. Let's get into this because I'm not going to just hold you all forever. Here we go. I talked about briefly how this box right here had me in tears. It had me into a Holy Ghost moment. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this box. If you really look at this box, it says Scott's Turf Builder, right? Scott's Turf Builder. And what it is it's a cedar that I ordered to do my yard. I ordered this cedar, I think off Amazon, to do my yard months ago, along with all the other stuff I ordered to work around here, right? And I ordered this cedar, and this box is huge. So this box has literally been sitting in my kitchen, you guys, for months. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Such a pig. Literally, this box was sitting in my kitchen for months. Like, I have a separate eating area, and it was sitting there to the point where it was like blocking off part of that area. Okay, because the box was huge, and when you look at the box, it has certain instructions on it, like on how to open the box, and don't do this and don't do that, and lift it from here and release this lever and all this stuff. So I did not touch the box. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get somebody over here to help me with this box. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Literally, you guys, this went on for months, like 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. And this is just a cedar. So now it's time for me to work on this yard, right? And I finally get a real landscaper to come over here and do some work. So I'm telling him, like, I have a cedar, I have a hand cedar, but I bought another cedar that, you roll on the ground. I said, but I haven't even opened the box because it's huge and I need help opening up the box, you know? And so he's like, okay, when I come over there, I'm going to help you with it. And I'm like, cool. So he came over, and the first day he was like, this the box? I'm like, yeah. So then, you guys, he helped me open the box. And this is where the life lesson, is something about this box. It just really, really, really got to me, because this box, when he helped me with it, it wasn't even all what I had made it out to be. We literally just went to the bottom of the box and like just kind of loosened it up and pulled the lid off, you guys, of this cedar. Now, how crazy is that? Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. So here is the cedar. Here is the cedar. That is the cedar that was in that big old box. But what really got me, you guys, is this. And this goes into the lesson that I learned myself. And I want to be very transparent with you all. And this goes into the lesson that I want everyone else to really, really, really take into account. So here we go. Now, I said that this cedar was in that box, right? But that's not true. This is the truth. The truth is, once I opened that box, this cedar was in there, and also two more cedars were in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this box that I let sit in my kitchen for months and months and months, because it was too hard for me to open. It was intimidating. I needed a man to help me. I needed somebody to help me to open this box. This guy came and helped me with this box. And when I opened the box, it was not one cedar, it was 3 cedars inside of there. So 1, 2, 3, 3 cedars that I got for the price of one. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Do you understand what I'm going with this? This right here had me emotional, you guys, and you might not get it, but this right here is symbolic of how we let things in our life, how we let things in our life be a bigger problem than what it is. We create these big, big, big obstacles that are simply not obstacles. And we will sit there and stare at a box and make this box bigger and bigger. And I need help, and I can't open it because of this, and I can't open it because of that. We literally will, if you sit there and procrastinate on things that you need to get done or things you want to do, your brain will start to make more and more and more excuses as to why you cannot get it done. I literally could have just lifted the lid off of this box when I first got the darn box and saw that not only was it the cedar that I ordered, it was 2 more in there. I got 3 cedars. Somebody accidentally picked the order wrong and gave me 3 cedars. Okay? 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. And this is how it goes in life. And so it's been a couple of weeks now, so I'm over it. But I'm telling you, like, I was emotional for a whole week because this really, really triggered me on how sometimes life and all this uncertainty that's going on right now, it can make you question your judgment. It can make you question moving forward and things you want to get done in your life. And what happens is negative energy can really seep in, and it does to me too. And you will start to procrastinate. You will start to stall on things that you want to get done. And the craziest thing is, you sometimes, and I've been saying this since the beginning, I can't stand 100% on this, even though it's hard to do. And I falter on it sometimes too. But sometimes you really have to make up your mind, and you have to set a date, and you have to set a time. You have to put things in motion to move forward, even if you don't know the results. Even if you don't know the results. Because you see that, and this is what life will do for you too. When you move, the universe will move. When you move, the universe will move. I was going for one cedar. I purchased one cedar. The universe gave me 3 cedars. That is how the world will work for you. I know everybody's not into God. That's why I'm saying the world. That's how the world will work for you. You make the steps to get into your career or whatever it is you want to do. And once you start to move and make the steps and make the plans, everything will start to unfold, not once, not twice, but 3 times for you. 3. This is so weird. Now, if y'all don't know me that well, but like, I'm getting emotional now because since then, everything has just been falling in place so beautifully for me. And it was just a reminder that when life gets hard, life gets uncertain, we all want to freak out. I just had a moment where I was freaking out because things are way different from when COVID started. And I had to step back into my power. I had to step back into my space and know that everything is going to work itself out. As long as you are doing the work and doing everything you're supposed to do, everything will work out. But if you don't take the steps, you will just be standing there, metaphorically, like I was, staring at a box in your kitchen. And the box will become bigger and bigger and more complicated to open. It starts now it's getting spider webs on it. Now it's like, oh my God, now the whole summer has passed away. I can't even use the cedar. So now I got to get somebody to carry it down to the basement. Something so simple that could have been taken care of and probably would have been a trifold blessing for you can turn into a big obstacle if you let it. If you let it. And that is why I wanted to make a talk about this tonight, how this box had me emotional. This box kind of turned my mindset around and turned my switch back on to be back on fire on top of what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I'm going to tell you, things were really weird. Things got really weird for me in terms of clientele, and everything this year. It's like people's spending habits have really changed with the increase in groceries and everything like that. So I kind of freaked out and was like, I'm going to go get me a job. And I went and got me a job at my old spot that I used to work at, and I hated it. And I only last there 6 months because they had me working way too hard for way too little money. But when I look back on it, I'm like, that was just me freaking out. And of course, Cece was telling me like, girl, just chill, just chill, just chill. And I'm like, no, because I'm aggressive. I know I'm going to do this, trying to stay ahead of it. And I wasted my time because what happened was they had me working a schedule that was counterproductive to the business I do have. So I had to quit that. I received 3 checks from them, and that was it. And I'm back on what I was doing. The point is, I let a little wiggle, a little shake in my norm throw me off my square, doubt what I know, doubt what I do, and I freaked out and jumped outside the house and started doing other stuff and lost focus. We have to keep focus. Sometimes when you're keeping focus and you have a goal, the it's very rare that your plan is just going to be so smooth. It's never going to be so smooth. Okay? Sometimes it's going to get rocky. Sometimes you may straight up trip and fall and scrape your leg. But do not let that just get you so messed up in the head where you completely just go way off track, you know? And so this box right here symbolizes how I was creating this problem in my mind that was about to escalate. And it wasn't a problem. It was just me being impatient. It was just me being impatient. And that's all it was. And the craziest thing is, like, I was going and working at this place between driving, paying for parking, being there all day, and getting home. It was a 15-hour day. And I make the same amount off of two people that I was two, I'm gonna say 2.5 services, because maybe one doesn't get feet. 2.5 services was making the money that I was making, more than the money that I was making in this 15-hour day there, because I have already passed that point in my career. But I literally freaked out and took a step backwards. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong working in a spa, but for me in my career, that's kind of a step backwards, or kind of like side. But the way they had me working, they literally had me working a weekend. So I was like taking my Saturdays for a couple of weeks and doing that. And that was counterproductive for me in my career. Counterproductive. Okay. So I was kind of close. So glad you made it. Yes, amen. God said if you take one step, he'll take two. That's what I'm saying. And I had 3 cedars. And actually I'm trying to get as I said I was gonna sell them, but I'm gonna see if somebody needs the cedar, like somebody really needs the cedar or whatever. Or I might put them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. Because they are worth a little money, like I don't know, $30 some each. But I just want to tell people that, because things are really weird right now. And of course, we got all these new nail people, and then the whole do-it-yourself thing. This is a whole new component. Like, believe it or not, Gel X, the advanced, the the advanced technology of Gel X is really putting a lot of people in position to do their own nails. And I know a lot of nail techs don't want to hear that, but the younger girls, they are for it. And I know that to be true, because when I was younger, I used to have the energy and the time and the patience to sit up and curl my own hair and do all this stuff for myself. Now that the older women, they ain't got time for that. People busy, they tired, but the younger girls, they will do it. So I'm seeing a growing trend with people doing their own Gel X, their own press-ons, because the thing with Gel X is the brand, right? Just like shellac is the brand. When gel first came out, everybody was talking about shellac. We all know that's just the brand. So I say Gel X, but to be honest with you, on Amazon, everybody is buying Beetles, because Beetles is just as popular and it's way, 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 way cheaper. And then you got all these people on TikTok that are pushing, watch me do my own nails, watch me do my nails at the airport, watch me do my own nails. They last a month, da 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 da. And link in bio, because everybody also wants to be a social media micro influencer or influencer. So we have a lot of different things working against us, um, on a level that it has never been before. We're coming out of a pandemic. We got other threats that are going to be potential, I don't know, health issues. We have this inflation that's out of control and it's nowhere in sight for ending. Um, we have this new technology that allows people to seriously quickly do their own nails, you know, and everything is just so plentiful and accessible to people. See, back in the day, things were as accessible to people. You get it? Like a lot of products, you had to have a license, but now everything is on Amazon, along with TikTok, which everything is going viral. So it's like all these little things are kind of a bigger threat than they were a decade ago. I ain't gonna say kinda, they are. And some people may look at certain things, say that's negative. No, let me tell you something. A lot of people, I now what I can't do as a businesswoman is I can't just go off emotions and feelings and flowers and daisies. I have to look at the reality of things too and stay ahead of it and be prepared. Why? Because I have real bills. I have mortgages and stuff like that. I have real bills. So I can't just play and hope all the time and wish upon a star. I really need to look at the reality of the situation. So my thing is, how do we head that off? I will tell you that I have been definitely, I did get my business cards. And when I'm out and I'm talking, like I was in the Dollar Tree the other day, saw a woman, we were talking about some mirrors that I was picking up. And I looked at her nails were done. And she had some designs on there, nothing fancy. And I looked at her, I looked at her age and just the way she carried herself. I said, she's a target. And I finished it up. I said, you know what? Here's my card. I'm a nail tech. That's what I do full time. I said, she's like, oh, what area are you in? I told her, she's like, okay. I said, yeah, but don't worry. I'm professional, on time, and it's a dedicated space. She's like, don't worry. I understand. I'll be checking you out. So I have been doing that along with the social media, but I don't do my work on social media is not sensational enough. It's not sensational enough. So I'm going back to my roots, and I suggested that to you all a while ago, especially if you're trying to get a base clientele that's not all around that sensational long work. You need to go back to the basics, and that means handing people and scouting people in person or putting your cards out there. Like, it still works, you guys, especially for the crowd that's older, more stable. It definitely, they still want a business card. Oh my God, the DIY is killing me. Did you see Kira Sky acrylic press-ons? No, I have not. But this is not going anywhere anytime soon, is what I'm saying. It's definitely not. And now girls are saying, why spend $200 on nails and feet, or $300 on your nails and your feet, when I can sell you this set? They selling press-ons with the press-on toenails and the press-on nails. And there's like, oh, you can get both of these for $60. So girls are buying those too. So I know a lot of people don't want to see this reality, but the truth of the matter is this is not going anywhere anytime soon. And that's kind of scary. And it's like, we have to be prepared. Okay. That's true for now, but their nail beds will be so damaged. Cece said the same thing. She's like, don't worry, they'll be coming back around with messed up nail beds. They already are. And most of them are not going to want to take it off. But see, this is going to be a problem too, because then people are going to want to sit in your chair to get a soak off. I saw a girl that was being so cheap. She said that she puts on her own press-ons. She does her own press-ons, but then she pays $5 to have gel put on at the salon. And this was a TikTok. And she literally was putting it out there, and it had thousands of views, telling people to do this. Do your own press on, sis, and just have them polish them for $5 if you don't want to buy the light and all of that. Yes. I've just been rewiring what I thought I knew and polishing up my work. Yeah. That's the other thing too. I kind of had to take a step back because I was burned out, especially when I went and took that job at that spa. They really burned me out so fast, you guys. But it kind of refreshed my enthusiasm, or made me appreciate being able to come back home full time, because I did not like that corporate setting. I'm past that in my career. So it kind of, when I got back here, I was able to breathe, and it was like, oh, wow, I really appreciate being able to set my own schedule and work my own pace and my own creativity, and actually being able to do creative stuff on nails. So that was a good thing. Yeah. But I've been just kind of, like I said, revamping and kind of relooking and taking a breather. Instead of stressing about all these new designs, I'm just looking at what I have, and I'm just like digging through the crates, so to speak. Digging through the crates, because I know a lot of us still have inks, a lot of us still have foils, a lot of us still have a ton of stickers that we're not using. We got to find more creative ways to start using that stuff, right? So that's what we have to do. Um, the business is definitely changing. I don't see myself doing anything else other than my arts and crafts stuff that I do on my Etsy store and all of that, which I've always done. But with the nails, this is just what I was put on this earth to do. So I'm just going to embrace it. I will say that I am completely burned out of that clientele that wants the absolute most, because over time they will start becoming more and more demanding. That does not subside. That, I don't know. Like, I'm burned out of just like doing these outrageous sets all day. That, I am creatively burned out to that degree. But I do want to stay in my craft in terms of very flawless, neat work, long lasting, with pops of creativity. That's where I am in my career. That's just me. You say I have tons of stuff. I just want to get rid of it, just collecting dust. Well, use it, use it, use it, use it, girl, use it. And see, that's the thing. Okay, so you guys, I had this idea because I still have all these totes of stuff, and I am designing my basement to kind of a workspace that's better. And it's just too many nail supplies. I don't know what made me buy all these nail supplies. It's like thousands of dollars worth. I still have a ton of it, you all. So I'm thinking about doing like a deal, not a deal or no deal, but like, you remember, like I want to do something where it's like box number one, curtain number two, curtain number three. And so like you pay an entry fee, and you're going to get something regardless, but I show you all the boxes, right? On camera, like everything that's in the box. You all tell me what you think. I'm just trying to think of how to get rid of this stuff because I need this space for my crafting. Um, but I was going to show you all what's in each box. And let's just say it's $25. But I show you three boxes, one, two, three, like that. And then I mix the boxes up. You don't know which one is which. And then I come on camera and I say box number 1, box number 2, box number 3. You saw the video, but you don't know which one is which box. And you have to pick a box, and that's the box you get shipped to you. What do you think about that? Or you like the auction style better? So we were doing the auction before, but I was like, this would be cool too. Where a person can kind of enter, and I have these boxes already pre-done, and then you see them on camera, do like a little clip video, and then you have to pick one, but you don't know which one is which. You know which one you like the most, but you don't know if that's box number 1, box number 3. You don't know. So that's just the idea, because I must get rid of this stuff. I must. I have too much stuff that I can never use. Like, I still have probably, I don't know. I don't know, like 100 decal sheets and 50 bags of this and 10 bags of this. It's like it would go bad before I could ever use it. It would go bad before I could ever use it. So yeah, that's that. That's that. But this doesn't have to be a really long live. I just wanted to give you all like a little glimpse about the most interesting box ever, because it literally changed my life. It literally changed my thought process, I'm gonna say, at this point in my life, to let me know to keep moving forward. Because I don't know, is it just me? Like, you all tell me, are things a little weird for you right now? Do you feel like things are a little uncertain, like you need to kind of maybe take a step back and look and see, like, do I need to re-strategize? Like, tell me, talk to me, tell me, what are you thinking? Or is it just me? Is it just me? Okay, well, maybe it is just me. I don't know. But I just really feel like right now things are a little strange, and things have been pretty good this summer. Like I said, my goal is usually towards the $100 mark. That's where I am per each client, more so on that side, because it works smarter, not harder. And I suggest, if you want to be in this long term too, that you don't have a whole bunch of clients that have you doing a whole bunch of work for a whole bunch of little money. You want to get people that are looking for quality and good customer service, so you don't get burned out, because it will come. I'm glad it got your fire back. I understand, because I was having bouts of second guessing what I'm doing. Right? It doesn't feel weird for me right now. I guess because I'm in a salon. We'll see. Okay. So see, for me right now, it's like I don't know where all of this is going, because inflation is getting higher and higher and higher and higher. And this is the summer. And what I tell people about the summer is the summer can fool you. Hey, Tara, the summer can fool you. Okay. We're about to go into another little slow period, and then it might pick up a little bit at the end of the holidays, but then you go back into the winter again. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I just don't know how people are going to spend money, because once everything shuts back down, people are happy to be outside, because this is the first summer that everybody has been able to go outside without masks, and everything is pretty much kind of trying to be like normal. So everybody's kind of frantic to be out and be seen. But then when this inflation hits and back to school comes, people, moms pull back on back to school, because they got a lot of money to spend, school fees and all this type of stuff, and paper and pens and blah blah blah. So this business, you guys, it definitely goes in cycles. So I was telling my friend, I'm like, everything's going great right now. Airbnb is fully booked, back to back to back to back to back, but it's the busy season on both ends. So I have to be strategic as a businesswoman and prepare myself for when things slow back down, because they will. They will. It's not negative. It's the reality of the situation. Doesn't feel weird. Okay. I actually just quit my job and started being a full-time nail tech July 15th. Yes, your clientele is growing. I realize it's because I offer work and experience that's hard to come by nowadays. Yep, yep, yep. Great. Congratulations. Yep, you late. I was talking to a friend who has success with Groupon for lashes. I know it's changed since you created your video about your experience. What's your opinion on Groupon these days? Is it worth trying? Um, Cece was suggesting that to someone the other day. I personally don't like Groupon anymore, but I mean, like, if you just want to get your hands on people to practice something and to really get your speed up, or to try out a new service and really get good at it and work through the kinks, I think that Groupon is good for that. In terms of using it as an income source, I don't think so. And I think, like I said before, and everybody doesn't have to agree with me, but I'm a businesswoman and I'm telling you, I look at numbers, and I don't, it's not for making money. And I'm still going to say that you're not making money doing that, because they're taking over 50% of the price that's already marked down. So let's just say something is let's say you said it was $100, right? So you said it was $100 service. They tell you to mark it down to $50. Okay, you mark it down to $50, and then once somebody pays the $50, then they're gonna take 25 of that 50, plus they're gonna take a processing fee. So they're gonna take $28 of that 50 and give you $22. So you're sitting here doing a service that's quote unquote valued at $100, and you're only getting $22. And so for me, you're not making really any money. You're working way below minimum wage, because the part that people don't want to look at is their overhead. And if you take $22, which I know a lot of people not even getting that off of Groupon, but let's just say $22, and you take out your real overhead, especially if you're in a salon, you're paying booth rent and the supplies you bought, all those disposable files and buffers and juices and creams and da 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 da, you're really working for free. And people get mad, and I'm like, stop being mad and start being more business minded, because these are just facts and numbers. And a lot of people want to go off emotion and how they feel and their passion, but I like to look at numbers. So numeric financially, Groupons are not to make money, and they tell you that it's not to make money. So I'm saying the same thing I said in that video 3 years ago or 4 years ago. It's not to make money. It is a tool to do free marketing. I personally feel you don't need it, because social media has grown to a point where all of it's free marketing. A lot of us are just a little bit too lazy to get out there and be consistent with our marketing, because you could be on TikTok literally every day, all day, every hour, every 30 minutes if you wanted to. If you keep doing it and putting up your hashtags and do what you're supposed to do, it's free marketing. So why would you do all of that work and let your prices be watered down that far to give away that much of your money? You're going to burn yourself out for people who don't really want to be your client. They're people looking for a coupon. You might convert 10 or 15% of those people, but look at how much you had to do to convert them, versus just sitting down and buckling down and putting yourself on a social media schedule and posting like you're supposed to post, and keep 100% of your money and not have to mark it down and not have to split. So, I still feel the same way about a Groupon. And I think that some people like to look busy versus being profitable. It might make you busy, but are you profitable? I don't think so. The math is not mathing on that. Yes, it can. I've been saving. Okay, I know what you're talking about when you say yes, it can. Even my manager told me I got to get my acrylic down pat, because it gets slow in the winter. Folks won't be getting their feet done as much. Exactly. Hey, Cardi the model, how are you? Cordy the model, how are you? Groupon is just for exposure, in my opinion, and it is, and that's all it's meant to be. It's not something to depend on to make money, because if you look at how much work you did at the end of the month, when they send you that check, it's gonna be like so little. And then you look, if you really took a real business minded look at how much you spent and the time you spent, you probably are making like $3 an hour. Seriously, nowhere even near minimum wage. So it's not something to make money from. It's something to market yourself and something to try out a new service. Or if you're new at something like lashes, okay, and you want to practice and get good, go ahead and do the Groupon, I guess, to do that. But really, you don't need them. You could really get one of these little apps and make yourself a little 5-second commercial every week. Make a new one on the app, even if you have to pay for the app, and put out a new commercial, and just constantly put up different hashtags and put it on Instagram, put it on the reels, put it on TikTok, and just keep putting it out there every week. Pick a different uh pick a different layout in the app. They have so many free video apps where you can create like little blurbs and commercials for yourself. Then they have a paid version. People sometimes get afraid of the paid versions, but that's part of your business expenses. I have a lot of apps that I pay for every month. This is one of them. I pay to be on this app every month. I pay $25. And at certain times, I have upgraded to the $50 plan every month. And when I get my new laptop, I will be upgrading to the $50 plan because it's part of my business expense, and people don't want to spend money on things like that. And that's so crazy to me because we will go in the nail supply store and spend a ton of money on a whole bunch of damn colors that we pretty much already have. But when it comes to apps and things to market and promote, we don't want to spend that money. We don't want to invest the time or the money into that part. But we will easily not even blink an eye and go spend a ton of money on design stuff, glitter, 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 and design stuff that we don't need, or duplicates of stuff we already have. Make it make sense, you know? And I understand. But that's why I'm here to kind of reel people back into reality and to thinking like business people. So I feel like personally Groupon is like outdated. I feel like it's unnecessary. You don't really need them. You could do it yourself. And also at some point to be in this business, you have to get into your social media. You have to learn how to promote yourself. So you can only avoid it for so long. Even if you don't learn social media, you're going to have to, if you're not doing social media, you're going to have to get used to passing out your cards or getting in people's face or going to networking events or something. You have to promote yourself. You're trying to be an entrepreneur. So it's just like, one way or the other. Right. It may be okay for people who need models, right? Like if you're trying something new or something like that. But again, like I said, you could do it yourself. Why are you splitting the money with them? You could do it yourself for free. For free. For free. Just put up an ad on Instagram saying I need models, and you charge a kit fee. I'm only charging a kit fee. It's the same thing. Why do you have to go through Groupon? Groupon is nothing but a whole bunch of, their database is full of couponers. So this is exactly what I need to hear. And that's why I'm here, you know, and my friend I was talking to her yesterday and she was telling me how her friend called her to talk about something. And he was telling her and venting to her. And she said, well, I thought that he was wrong and that his wife was right. And she said, Tanisha, why you get mad at me and say, I don't even know why I called you? I said, I know, because people don't really want to hear the truth. They want someone to tell them what they want to hear. Somebody wants someone to co-sign their BS or whatever. And that does not help people. Like, I'm not here to coax BS. I'm here to really get people prepared in the real world to do real things in this business, like really, like for real. So, you got a lot of fluffy people trying to sell you a course and all that, but I'm here to talk about like the real deal with it. I feel like it's unnecessary. You could do it yourself. A lot of us are afraid of the business side of this. We just want to be on the creative side. But to be honest with you, you're going to have to get down in the trenches and learn some marketing for yourself. You have to. You have to. And if you've been on this channel for 2 to 3 years, you could watch Chrissy, who's on in this live right now, her journey from even being in school till now. And she's a testament right there that Chrissy says she just quit her job. July 15th, right? She just quit her job to do this full time. And when Chrissy first came on this channel, and Chrissy, can you give it an amen if I'm wrong or correct me? When Chrissy first came on this channel, she was just a student in school. And now she has quit her job because she has done everything she's supposed to do. And she's constantly promoting herself. And she just quit her job. So you can't tell me that, putting in the work doesn't work, because we have people right here in this live, in this feed, that are doing what they're supposed to do and they are successful. So I'm just saying. Yeah, people want their ego stroked, but I don't want to stroke your ego, because you can't call the light company and say, here's a piece of my ego. The light company want money. The gas company want money. The car note people want money. And so we need ways to make real money consistently, right? Consistently. So we cannot avoid marketing for ourselves. That is so inspiring, ain't it? Right? I'm telling you, she has done the darn thing. Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. How did that get up there? How did that get up there? Oh my God, let's put this up there. How did that? Okay, there we go. It's been a road, but I wasn't even a student when I started here. This channel was what made me go to school. Oh my God, I did not know that. Oh my God. See? See? She listened. She was taking in the information. And if you do the work, this girl just quit her 9 to 5 job. She does this full time now. Okay, you can't tell me. We even I think I even took a little clip of her on her graduation day and put it up on here with her permission, of course. You know, like she has done everything she's supposed to do. Like you all, it is very possible even in today's times. I don't even promote myself or anything, and like I told you, I kind of parted ways with a lot of clients because I have kind of went to another level in my creative career. Period. Like I'm trying to get more into my arts and crafts side that I used to do and do other things along with nails because my body is breaking down a little bit. But I'm telling you, I'm still making it. I still go shopping. I still do all the things. So and what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm going to tell you the real, but I'm going to tell you the real to be sustainable in this industry, no matter what level you are on. That's why when a lot of people ask me questions, they think I'm gatekeeping. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm actually an oversharer. That's one of my problems. I talk too much and tell too much of my business to people who have no good intentions for me. I don't care because I'm blessed and highly favored regardless. But I am not gatekeeping. I always tell people you need to book a consultation with me because everybody is at a different point in their career. Everybody has a different situation. If you got kids, where you live, like some people live far away from the city. Some people have 3 kids. Some people have a husband. Some people don't. Like people have different situations, but it's always a different strategy depending. But I know enough to tell you what you need to do. But do you want to do it? Like, do you want to do it? It's all possible. Anybody can make it in this industry. Anybody. It's just a lot of people are kind of lazy too. I'm not talking to anybody in particular, but it's not easy. And I think that once I started talking to them, like my friend said, the guy told her, I don't know why I called you. She said he kind of got mad at her. But she was like, I was just keeping it real. He was wrong. Da, 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 da. And he got mad and wanted to get off the phone with her because I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, but I am going to tell you what I see, and I'm going to explain why I'm saying what I'm saying. Especially, I'm going to explain it to you from maybe the salon owner's point of view, from a client's point of view, or from a nail. I'm going to explain it to you and tell you alternatives on how it should have been handled or what you can do to fix it. That is what you want if you really want to be an entrepreneur. Like everybody gets mad at me when I start telling them things that could be improved or whatever. People get like, they start feeling some type of way. And it's like, don't take it personally. What you should take personally in life, period, is people who tell you what you want to hear all the time. The get alongers. Those people don't care. Those people are just that's fake. Fake does not help you. The people that really care tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because you should be a little leery of people who always tell you what you want to hear because they usually have ulterior motives. I'll give you an example. People who do social media and they always tell you all these things like, yeah, all you gotta do is buy my kit and attend my $9.97 course, but I'm gonna mark it down for the next 10 people for $90 to $97 because all you have to do is do this and do these steps, and I promise you'll be making money within 30 days. Oh, you don't have this? Oh, it's fine. I explain all that in my course. You get what I'm saying? Like some people will tell you whatever you want to hear because they have ulterior motives or they just want to be close to you or they just want to see what you got going on. The people that are really telling you what you don't want to hear a lot of the times, I'm not talking about haters. I'm talking about people that are telling you the cold, hard truth. It's because they want you to correct it and get on the right track. This business ain't easy and it don't happen overnight. It does not. It does not. It is not easy. I still go through hard periods and hard times and times where I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I don't even know why I freak out like that because I'm at a point where I always keep nest eggs and I always have lines of credit at my disposal. That's a whole nother subject. I've secured myself, but I just have a threshold where it's like, I don't like touching this money. I don't like touching that money. So if I feel like I might have to touch it, to me, that's time to freak out. But you can do it. Thank you. Awesome. It sure ain't easy. It is not easy. And you will run through a lot of salons and situations usually before you find yourself, find your place. Most people don't find their place in the industry right out the gate. Some of you all may come out and you have all these people that's trying to sit in your chair because you know how to do ombre real good. I'm gonna say, well, ombre was really, really good. We're gonna say now it's French. French is really hot, so you put out a couple of sets that's French, French, French. And so now everybody and their mama coming and sitting in your chair and you just French crazy and you making all this money. Then all of a sudden French goes away and you really haven't really found your niche in designing. You just kind of had that component of it down. So a lot of them people fell off and started going to the girl on the other side of town. So now you're freaking out. Like, it's so many hurdles and ups and downs and things that are happening that will throw you off in this industry. You just never know. You just never know. But if you know how to market yourself, if you know how to market yourself, you don't really need a Groupon. If you know how to market yourself, you do the Groupon, but still learn how to market yourself. And Chrissy, how many times a day are you posting on social media? Tell them, and tell them. If you know how to market yourself, you can always switch gears because it's free and you can do it 24 hours a day. I have posted things laying in the bed because the idea will hit me, or I see a song on TikTok or something that's trending. And I'm like, oh, I got an idea for it. I'll post something while I'm laying in the bed, go to sleep, wake up, it's 287 views overnight. I've went to sleep and woken up to over 2,500 views on stuff. Like, it's not, I think that we're overthinking it, you all. It goes back to what I said about that box. You all are looking at your career and getting clients like a box. And now this box has gotten bigger. Now you see all these extra instructions on there. Now you think you need help. Now you think you got to wait till your kids graduate to do it. And now it's turning into this big old giant box. The box is growing, it's swelling. Oh my God, I need help. You don't know what's inside that box. I thought it was just one seater and it was three. It was three. I cannot believe that to this very day. I go through this all the time. I get frustrated, but I still keep pushing. Yes. And Lauren, I know because you had me frustrated with your butt. I didn't want to even talk to you for a minute. I'm like, oh my God, you frustrated me. Shoot. Oh my God, yes. Everyone at the salon want French. Yes, everything is French, 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 French. And it's so funny because French used to be out in the 90s and here it is. Everything is a French now. Shecago, you are appreciated in more ways than you will ever know. I am a part-time nail tech, but I value your time and gems you drop. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Thank you for listening and trusting me, and even just taking in the information so that I'm not falling on deaf ears. Yay. I'm trying to do the Lord's work. I got to get that down pat. Chrissy, drop your Instagram. At least, she says she posts at least once a day on my business page, 3 times a week on your personal. You see what I'm saying? She has a schedule. And I'm going to tell you, I used to have a brand for a primer back in the day. And when I tell you it was just an idea in my head, I have taken so many ideas, just ideas, thoughts in my head and made it reality. But what I will say, back then I had a social media schedule that I used to post. I used to post at 10 a.m. I used to post on my lunch break, and then I used to post at 2 p.m. And then I used to post, I want to say at 5, then 7, then I read 11 too. And it was like clockwork. When I started doing that like clockwork, the algorithm gave me favor. And before you know it, I started sending my stuff out to all the popular people because back then you didn't have to pay them. You could just send them product. And I'm telling you all, within like 3 months, I had so many orders. I needed help. My website crashed a few times, but it was that consistency from that free marketing, that social media that I was doing. But I was so laser focused, so laser focused, so laser focused. And I just kept doing it and it paid off. It has no choice but to pay off. You said, I am guilty. I overthink everything. Girl, I know you got a big old giant box. A big old giant box in your head. It's probably coming out the sides of your temple, the little corner of the box coming out the sides of your temple. You better lift that, take that top off that box and see what's in there. Just go move forward. Go move forward. Start posting. Get you a schedule. Everybody should be posting at least 3 times a day on social media. If you can't do it throughout the day, even if you sit down and post two back to back or once a day, you got to get yourself into doing that free marketing. It's free. I wouldn't be surprised in the future Not right away, but I wouldn't be surprised in like the next decade if they start charging. Like to post on TikTok, like you could watch for free, but to post, I wouldn't be surprised if you had to start buying post credits. And I know that sounds crazy to you all, but I can see them doing it. That's another stream of revenue for them. And I don't think it'll be expensive, but I think in the future they're going to start charging people to post because it's literally free advertising. Think about that. And I can see them saying, oh, you want 50 credits, 50 post credits is $9.99. It's gonna be low, but I'm telling you, like, we may not even have this opportunity forever because it's exploding where everybody has a business. Everybody, look at the girl selling the darn pink sauce. Girl selling pink sauce done. She was on NBC News, y'all, today. NBC News has picked up the story about her and this pink sauce. Celebrities are talking about the pink sauce. It all started on TikTok. Free. Free, free. Do you know how much companies pay per month, per quarter, per year for marketing, and we get it for free? And you all are afraid to use it? Do you need a company? No. You need to use this expensive phone that you pay so much money for. $1,100 phone, $1,300 phone with the capability to make you rich or to make you into anything you want if you use it. Use these phones for other than watching other people use their phones to make their dreams happen. I'm going to say that one more time. Use your phone for things other than watching other people use their phone to make their dreams happen. You all have the same phone. We all have the same phone. Their bill is not higher than our bill. They're just using their phones to its fullest capability. I'm just saying, if you look at it that way, and it's true, right? Hey, this is Chrissy's Instagram. Okay? Okay. Just saying. I am so happy I caught this live because I never do. Yes, hit the notification bell. You all hit the notification bell, and then you'll know anytime I go live, and it'll automatically send you a notification. Because I used to be on a more regular schedule, but see, what you probably don't know because you're newer is that since I started this channel, I have literally moved into a place and had to set up all these. I bought a place, and it's just been crazy. Like my life has totally changed and revamped my schedule, everything since I started this channel. So it's like kind of hard for me because I used to have like green screen set up and weekly case studies and blah, 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 which I plan to get back to, but I'm still working on that area to set it back up. Yes, I've learned so much. I'm grateful to be a part of this group. We are grateful to have you. It's just changing our mindset. It's changing our mindset. And that's why that box was so important to me that I made this big box in my kitchen a problem for months. It was to the point where I had stuff sitting on the box, you guys. I'm so embarrassed to say this. Like I had stuff sitting on this box because I couldn't open this box. I needed help to open this box. The instructions say, open it this way. I think I found my salon. I get pushed to be better on a daily basis. Yes. I noticed that when I show up, I get results. Wow. I wonder why that happens. I wonder why. Maybe because you're showing up. Hey, get into scheduling. I use the Facebook Business Suite, and I'm about to start Canva. Canva is your best friend too. Canva makes you into a graphic artist. Back in the day, we used to have to hire a graphic artist for any little thing we want to do. I don't, and this is the thing too. If I made it back in the day where we had to hire people and get in our car and drive places and drop off flyers, you all got it so easy. You literally can lay on the couch all day and grow a business. People literally lay on the couch nowadays and make themselves rich on their phones. It's an app for everything, everything. Yes, you can schedule your post. I never got into that, but I know a lot of people do. I like to be in the moment and really be passionate about my posts in the moment, but there are a ton of software that you can pre-schedule your posts, and that is a good thing to do. I just haven't done it. Yep. So, I feel like I just talked you all to death. And like I said, every time I get on here, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I have a lot to say. And I really didn't even go into everything that's been happening. But yeah, I had went and worked at the old spot I used to work for, but they got outrageous with how they were working me, and it just wasn't worth it. But I'm not saying don't do it. It's just at this point in my career, it's not for me. Um, And then they wanted me to sign this agreement that I just refused to sign. And that was just the last straw for me that made me quit. I had to, and I'm glad I did. I haven't flinched an eye. I actually missed money. I missed a lot of money even fooling with them. But yeah. So I just want to tell you all that you all got to kick those boxes over or take the lid or open up these boxes that you have, because these boxes are growing and they are blocking you. And right now is the time to really, really get on it. Get on it. Like, people are really into getting services, like, and if you don't want to do all those crazy designs or the long, long nails, it's not for everybody. Everybody has a lane. Whatever it is you do, there is a person for you. I still say order you some business cards, and don't be afraid when you are outside handing your cards to people. I still say. Now, I will tell you, where was I? I think I was at a drive-through, and a girl, I started to give her my card. And I was like, I do nails. And she was like, oh, how you do the teddy bears and stuff? And I was like, oh my God. And I did not hand her my card. Because she started asking, like, how much do you do the teddy bears and all that? How much you charge for that? I was just like, oh, no, I don't do all that. And that's just me, and I don't. I really could. It's just buying them and putting them on there. But I was like, nope. She is not the target for me. So maybe the next person, when you in the drive-thru and you see this young girl or whatever, she gets her nails done, you should be handing your card to her and telling her to follow you on TikTok or follow you on Instagram, like that. The cards are still relevant, okay? They are still relevant. The teddy bears. Look, it's just not for me. So I'm like, for me personally, and that's another thing. Don't just take it. If you need money, take everybody. But when you are trying to target specific people, go where they are, talk to the people that you think, start looking at people's hands when you're in the line, at the cashiers or whatever, or people when you're out, look at their hands. And if their hands look like hands that you would want to work on, give those people your card on top of the social media. Look, some people do them and it's money in it, but I don't think the long-term stable money is there. But I mean, if you like doing it, you could keep that on the roster. I still tell everybody you better get you some more subdued clients on your roster though, because they're going to be there through thick and thin, because it's part of their real budget. So yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm new to the live, but I've been watching your videos. It took me 8 months to find your page again. And when I did subscribe to your channel, you did. Oh my God. And when I did, I subscribed to your channel so fast. Hallelujah. Yeah, I'm still here. And every week I'm like, oh my God, you have not posted in 2 weeks. You have not posted in a month. You have not posted in 8 weeks. When I don't post like that, it's because I'm running around here like crazy. When I tell you, but right now, I hate to say this, but I know I'm about to ramp down a little bit and get more into a routine. But it was really crazy here at one point, to the point where I just was barely even sleeping. So yeah, I had to quit that job, you all. It was just overkill. And I tend to do that sometimes. I got to stop doing that. So thank you so much for subscribing. But I thought that was interesting, right? So now you would think about that box. Like, what is your box? Somebody tell me, what is your box? If you had to put it into one sentence, what is your box? I'm going to go ahead and put the timer up. Don't leave me hanging, y'all. Don't leave me hanging. What is your box? What is your big box that's sitting in your kitchen? Tell me. Oh, so no one wants to tell me. No one wants to tell me what the big box is. I think that some people's boxes, they want to do this full time, and they wish they could be in the beauty business, period, full time. But they feel like, oh, it's just too many people doing it now. They hear about all the saturation and all that. It's always going to be something that jumps into the industry. It happens every decade. I'm telling you all. Something always happens where it's like influx of something that shakes up the industry. And that's why this channel exists, to teach you how to get around that. I will tell you that being licensed is something to definitely, the first thing to strive for, because it gives you so many options if you have to go work in a spa. Like even me, I freaked out, right? Because one of the reasons why I freaked out is, I'm going to be honest with you, I've spent so much money moving, and I had my credit card bills way higher than I like them to be. I don't like my credit debt ratio high. I like my credit card bills really low, like below 30%. Wanted to pay down some debt. So I'm like, oh my God, da 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 da. I don't like this. My overhead is too high right now. I don't like it. It's not like I couldn't pay my bills, but it was just too tight for me. And I wasn't used to that. But with me having a license, it was nothing for me to go on the internet and click a few buttons, and then I was getting a call the next day to come in. You get it? You could do that. You can go work at the hotels. You can go work at the spas. You can go work. Agencies are coming back too, you guys. Nail agencies, beauty agencies are popping back up. All that's about to come back on the scene. All of that is about to come back on the scene. So being licensed is one of the first things I tell anyone that you should be striving to do. Get your license. It's the cheapest license in the beauty business. So, oh my God, you can get it. And you can make payment plans in most places. And once you do that, that opens up the door forever, because you get the license one time and then you just keep it renewed. That's it. Even if you let it lapse, it's just a few extra steps and you renew it. It's like a lifelong license. You really want to do it. That's the first step in knowing if you're serious. If you're serious, you'll be a professional. And a lot of people say a license is not necessary. Da, 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 da. Well, according to the State Board of Professional Regulation, it's required. So if you're really serious, you will want to learn the background of what you're doing, besides the designs, right? You want to know the history, the background, the health, the the ramifications of things wrong, how to recognize different things. Because I'm gonna tell you something, monkeypox actually looks like a spore on the bottom of the foot. We are taught in school, if you look at a person's foot and they have, like, it looks like a little pox and it has a black dot in it, you are not supposed to, you're really not supposed to service the person, but you definitely don't want to hit it with a file, because if you do, you're going to make that spread. And it looks like a little monkeypox. But if you're not a licensed professional and you haven't opened a darn book to read about any of this stuff, you don't know the difference between bacilli, spirilla, you don't know the difference between the effleurage and the petrissage. If you don't know these things, you don't really know what you're doing. You just know how to do the you know how to put on acrylic, but you don't really even understand the anatomy of the body. You don't even understand how to treat a pregnant person, things to look for and ask with a pregnant person. You don't even know what to ask a person in general in terms of being diabetic and what their answer means and how you should proceed. You don't even know when to send a person to the doctor. You don't know the difference between mold and a fungi. You don't know, because you didn't take time. So the first thing in really testing yourself, if you really want to do this, is to see, to learn the professional side besides the artistic side. Everybody's fascinated by the artistic side, and over the years, the artistic side, it actually flips. You want to become more of a pro, because that right there just be like icing on the cake. So, I'm not going to keep going into that, but I'm just saying. Underestimating myself and subconsciously thinking I'm not good enough, right? But guess what? I could say that for myself, because I'm 45 years old in this industry. So you got 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds that were just like me back then doing nails, and their mind is exploding with ideas. Somebody just bought something, exploding with ideas and everything. So it's just like, yeah, creatively, they're probably better. But what you have to understand is that everybody has ebbs and flows. Everybody has a place in the industry, and there is a client for everyone at every level. And that is the truth. That is the truth. So being good enough is something that can mess with your head if you let it, right? And then that is something you have to kind of flip into wanting to learn more. I've been to many classes, Young Nails, all these conferences and stuff, getting to Nails Magazine. Nails Magazine always has inspirational pictures, just like keeping yourself motivated. Practice on people. Practice, just do stuff, just do it. And then you might have this sister, this cousin who will always be your model. Just do stuff on them. If you keep doing anything, you're going to get better. You get it? Like, even if you start using drugs, if you keep using drugs, you're going to get better and better and better at using drugs. Like, you're going to be using them more and more and more. You're going to learn newer ways to get higher faster. You get what I'm saying? That's a terrible example, but I'm just saying, like, anything you do, you're going to become better at it. Like, even drug addicts become better at obtaining money to get more drugs. Anything you do on a regular basis, you're going to get better at it. Just saying. Just see if you're paying attention there. Attracting my ideal clients. Fear. My box is second guessing yourself. Yeah. Fear. Procrastination. I'm a slow nail tech, but I give quality work. And guess what? If you keep doing it, what's going to happen? You're going to get faster and faster and faster, especially if you're watching videos, you're asking questions, you're reading Nails magazine, you're doing all these different things. If you keep doing it, right? What are you doing when you keep doing something? You're opening the box. You're lifting up. You're taking the lid off the box. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And even when I'm not taking clients, I take classes to better myself. I do need to practice more. My nail name is Dazzle Girl Nails. On what? Instagram or TikTok? So that's the thing. You just said it yourself. When I do consultations and I talk to people, the more they talk, I always pinpoint the problem, but you already know. And so, like I said at the beginning, you have to start taking the lid off the box. You have to start doing the work because you already know what needs to be done, but the universe cannot move because you're not moving in the area that you should be moving in to help solve the problem. So a lot of things it's in our head. We know the solution, but then some of it is just procrastination, and maybe even, don't be mad, this is not just for you, it's for everybody. A little bit of laziness sets in too, because it's a little bit of fear, a little bit of laziness, and a little bit of doubt. All that stuff is us keeping the lid on the box. Okay? But once you get into it and you start to even see a little bit of result, all that fear, all of that procrastination, all of that will disappear, and you will get a little pep in your step in terms of energy levels towards it. I'm still in the process of trying to find a school while having a job. At this point, I might have to blank my job and find another one just so I can go to school. Okay. Okay. You always have Instacart. You always have Uber Eats and things like that. You always have work from home jobs and things that you can do overnight over the phone. Apple is always hiring for customer service agents. That's over the phone. Mm-hmm. See, I just gave some ideas right there. That was me. I purchased your social media planner. Bloop. Yes. See, I'm kind of used to it because this is what I do anyway, but you literally have to train yourself. You literally have to train yourself to get into social media until it becomes a habit. Until it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, you'll just automatically do it. You'll just automatically do it. And then I've been on social media so long, so hard, that she's talking about this too. The content planner, it is available on Shecago Beauty Source, which is listed below. But you'll just automatically know what to do. Like, I have so much content on my phone right now. I tell people when I hang out with them, I'm like, please don't be mad at me. I'm a social media person. I am an influencer. And it's to the point now I tell people that, because I'm like, don't think I'm vain. I'm just getting content. I have content on my phone from stuff I've done months ago. A day of my life. Da, 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 da. I just put up a TikTok saying, don't think I don't do nails. I still do nails. I did those nails months ago. I have stuff from months ago I still haven't posted. And what you will also learn how to do once you become proficient at becoming a social media person, you will learn how to not give away all your information. This is so important, you all. I want you all to listen to what I'm about to say. This is like key, 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 key. You ready? Okay, here we go. Get some content where they do a set of nails that they like, and then they just frantic throw the setup on the internet. What I will tell you is that it is very important to piece out your social media. You get what I'm saying? So I got to go turn off this water before I forget, but I'm on my phone so I can do it. So What I'm saying is that if you have a piece of content, let's just say you have a set that you really like, you don't have to put up that set and all the different pictures of the set right away. What you should be doing is, while you're doing the set, you should be recording your setup. Record the setup. When you set up the monomer, the polymer, when you set up all that stuff, record that. That's content right there, if you think about it. Right? And then you could put a little saying or something like this. Oh, I love my new brush. Da, 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 da. What's your favorite brush? That right there is a post right there. Okay? So then that's number one. Number two is you record yourself actually doing the service. I'm outside right now, you all. When you do the service, that's content right there. Hashtag, watch me work. And then you could say something like, oh, laying that second ball is, what is that? What is that on my window? Oh my God. What the hell is that? Oh my God. I don't want that to fly in my house, whatever that is. I can't tell if that's inside or outside. Laying that second ball is, it flew away, whatever it is. It was something big. Don't laugh at me, you all. Laying that second ball is my favorite because it covers 70% of the nail, blah, 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 blah. This right here is called the apex. You see what I'm saying? So you haven't even shown the set to them yet, but you're taking this one set that you love and you are breaking that content down into several sets of content. That's one thing that you have to learn how to do, because in the beginning, you're not going to have a lot of content or a lot of sets that you like, but there are ways to take your everyday life and make it into content. If you look at my TikTok, I was about to get ready to do a person's pedicure, and if something says, sit this camera down and just record. So what I did was I recorded myself setting up for the pedicure. And then when I put the TikTok up, all I did was just sped it up to 2.5. And then I put up, you better do pedicures because you can increase your income by $2,000 a month. That got a ton of likes and a ton of views. You get it? So you have to learn how to take content and stretch it. That is what content creators do. That's part of social media, like learning social. It's a whole craft in itself because you can run out of content, especially as a new person. I'm sorry, I had to go turn off that water because I will leave it on all night. Okay. But I know I'll get better. I've gotten better already, but I'll get better and better. Yes. And it doesn't happen overnight. That's why I said the patience thing is a big deal, because everybody wants to be good overnight. Everybody wants to have this big clientele overnight. Everybody wants to make $2,500 a week overnight. It does not happen like that. That happens over the course, for some people, years to get to that point. Some people it happens right away, but I know people that have became big right away, and then 3 years later they're not even doing it anymore. They burn out. They crash and burn. So I mean, like, enjoy the process and just learn everything you can. You are right. It is a little bit of laziness. I get there too. Like, this stuff is tiring. You know why? Because it never ends. It's not like, oh, if you do this for 8 months, then that's all you have to do. This is a journey. So you have to pace yourself. You have to learn how to pace everything. You have to learn how to pace how many products you buy, going out spending all your darn money on glitter. You have to pace yourself on buying stuff that you don't need. You have to pace yourself on knowing when to market yourself. You have to pace yourself on who you allowing in your chair and in your space, because if you drink from every cup, you will end up poisoning yourself. All of this is a fine dance that you have to learn how to pull together over time, and it takes years to get the perfect recipe to get your career where you are very happy with what you do. That does not happen overnight. You're going to go through cycles of clients. You can get a clientele, and then 10 years later or 8 years later, you only have 2 of those people, and you got a whole new slew of people because you are not that technician anymore. You evolve as a person as you learn more about yourself, your craft, the clients that you do want, you don't want, as you start changing your prices, as your business as you become better, you're going to lose people that way. You're going to get new people in. Those people are going to have just different expectations of you. You might get a more refined, a more mature clientele over time, and it's going to make you have to step up your game, not in designs, but in professionalism, in cleanliness, in technique. You get it? Now you're going to have to start offering wine. You will evolve different ways throughout your career. There is no endpoint where it's like, I got it, I do it. Because even now, my clients have mentioned to me, like, remember, I used to serve wine and stuff to all of them, and just be drinking with them. Girl, it was just outrageous. I didn't know I was tipsy every day. But so now I'm like, oh my God, with this setup, I was just telling my friend, I got to put a refrigerator down there. I need a refrigerator because I have a clientele now. That's what I had them accustomed to. It never stops. It never stops. It never stops. Like my clientele that I started out with when I first moved back to Chicago is different from the clientele I have today. It is so funny how it just happened over the course of some years. I've been back here, 4 years now, 2016, 20. Dang, I've been back here 6 years. Um, Almost 6 years. I have a different clientele. Only like 30% of those people are still with me from when I first started. I went through a lot of those people. They were not a good fit. I evolved. I was taking everyone at first because I needed the money. But once I became more secure and developed my craft and got in my lane and honed in on that skill and that setup that I wanted, a lot of people fell off organically because they didn't like my price increase. They didn't like how I stuck to my rules. They didn't like, that I expected them to be on time. They didn't like that I was, charging my worth, just different things. Or they didn't like that I couldn't keep up with their design demand. It wasn't a demand I wanted to keep up with. It's like, this is all I'm doing on designs. I'm not going to let you pressure me and make me think I'm not good. I'm just not good enough for you anymore. And it's okay. So it's a evolving thing. It never stops. So if you want to say that you're not good enough, if that's the case, then none of us are ever good enough. Good enough for who? Good enough according to whose standard? Because you're going to always have people that are going to be in your chair. Yes, patience is key. Now, some folks you ain't going to have patience for. Exactly. I got smart with someone the other day. Wasn't worth my time. Yes, some people are going to test you. I've fallen out with people. I've had people where I'm like, I'm done. I'm not even doing no designs. Just give me $25, $30 and we done here. I've had to literally tell people leave my house or leave my space. Yeah, it happens. It's like a relationship. Remember how you got them? That's how you got them hooked. How you got them that hooked them. Yep. Remember when you used to have wine and dine? Yeah. Yeah. All that stuff. It's just like it never stops. It just never stops. So if that's the case, then I'm not good enough. And you know what? If you talk to some people and you mention Shecago to them, they don't like me, or they're gonna say she can't do no nails. Da, da, da. Okay, for them. My bank account begs to differ. My deed begs to differ. My mortgage company begs to differ. You get what I'm saying? I must be doing something right, but I just wasn't a good fit for them anymore. So it's okay. And that's another thing too. I have come to this point in my life, but it takes time where it's like, as long as I'm happy, I'm okay. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, I'm okay. I have faith that everything works out, and it always does because I'm not hurting anybody and I'm doing everything I can possibly do. That's all you can do is do what you can possibly do. Are you doing everything you could possibly do, though? That's the question. And a lot of us, that's where you got to take a look at that box. Like, are you really doing everything you could possibly do? Because you can't look at someone else's journey and say you're not making money the way they make money, so you're not successful. Because a lot of these people are, like I keep saying, that's a lot of smoke mirrors you see over there. People could post up stuff all day long and say, oh, look at these nails, I charge $350. Okay, yeah, right. They want to charge $350 for that set. That's really their cousin, and their cousin gave them $30 or brought over a blunt. Okay, let's get real here. But on social media, they're gonna say, oh, this set costs $350. Da, 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 da. You don't know if they're making that type of money. And then you might see these people out popping bottles and stuff, but you don't even know. Like, this person could be like living in Section 8 apartment and just do a couple people per week, and they just get to spend all their money because they got a whole bunch of government assistance or something. You just never know like what the real story is. Like, don't go off of what you see on the internet. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So, whew. Why y'all let me talk like that? Why y'all let me rant on like that? I'm just saying. So if that's the case, I guess I'm not good enough. And there will be people who, if you met them and you mention my name, they might say, I can't stand her. She can't do no nails. Da, da, da. They can't, but nobody can say her nails don't last. They might have said, oh, I probably stopped meeting their design demands. And I agree. There is a certain level of design work that I do these days because I just don't want to. I don't want to take it that far, and that's just me though, y'all, because I'm older. So don't get it twisted. If you like to do whatever, you like to do whatever. But for me, this is for me. What do they say on TikTok? That's you. But me, yeah, this is me. So I mean, more so like when someone comes to the salon, they request me to do their nails. I'd be like in my head, why they want me? My coworkers are better at doing it. And see, that's the thing. What you think is better is not always better. Sometimes you see stuff. It could be a lot of things. Like I have had people complain about other nail techs on how they yank their hands or they keep uh stopping to be on their phone, or they just too rough, or they cut up their cuticles, or their nails, they make them too skinny and she don't listen. So it might look good to you, but that person may not be listening to the customer. That person may be, it could be so many different things. So what I'm saying is that it's a whole experience. Why I say there's a client for everyone, because people come to you for different reasons. A lot of people, there are going to be times in your career where you are not going to do good nails. Okay. We've all had it, if you've been in this industry a long time, where you're just going to be putting out sets and quality that you are not feeling. Probably it's just not a good time in your life. It could be a stressful time in your life, and it's just not going to be your best work. Your very good clients, they will still rock with you. You know why? Because they like you. You all have good conversation, and they just like you as a person. I had a nail tech tell me, I'm not going to say this person's name, but they said that they've been really working on their acrylic work. And they said that a client told them not too long ago, they just want to tell her that they really noticed the difference in her acrylic. They said they were so, what did she say? They said they were so glad she wasn't putting those big, thick bricks on them anymore. But they were still coming to her and letting her do the thick bricks. They were letting her work through it because that was a ride or die clients. You get it? Their like work is so clean and crisp. They're fast and efficient too. It might be a rush job, and that may not be what they want. And then when people sit with me, they mention how they like, I have a delicate touch. See? And them folks like my energy too. Exactly. There are people who don't do the best. Like I've had people that don't do my hair. They may not be the hottest hair person, but I like the way that they are with my hair. Like I feel like, you ever heard of a person say a hairstylist has growing hands? Some people could do your hair good, but make your hair fall out, or I feel like it's just getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Then you have hairstylists that they may not be doing the latest styles and all that, but they have growing hands. Sometimes I'm in points in my life where I just want my hair to grow. I just want it to be nurtured, my scalp to be taken care of. I don't care about the design factor of the hairstyle. So I have hairstylists that I know for a fact have growing hands. That right. That means they really love her. Yep, that's what I'm saying. You have ride or die people. So just keep doing what you're gonna do, and the universe is gonna move and put the right people in your chair, and they're gonna stick with you as long as you do what you're supposed to do. Now don't start doing goofy stuff like calling off on them. I don't call off on people. But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, they will ride with you. I promise you. That's it. That's all. I feel like I've talked enough. Lord have mercy. Woo. So, like she talked about the content planner. Yes, it is still there. And, that is a great way to kind of get your mind around how to post and on how you want your post to look and the aesthetic of your post too. Now, that part is in the book, the aesthetics part of it, but it's also in the content planner, like how you want it to look. All of that plays a part when you're trying to build your brand, but it's definitely still there. So I think I am done for the day. I feel like I have chatted your ear off, 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 off. Does anyone have any questions? You see, I think everyone has gone to bed and I'm still here. It's still people up here. I can see on the screen. Actually, it's at its highest number right now. So I think I'm gonna get off of here. And you all, I have not had anything, no wine or anything. Matter of fact, I'm about to go do a little craft work. Lauren's about to go wash her arse. Thanks, Lauren. I was wondering about that. I said to myself, I wonder if Lauren's arse is clean. Thank you. I thank you for Clarifying for everyone on the internet. Thank you. Okay. Well, I think that was a good one. Think about that box. Think about how big you made that box. And the box is probably really tiny. You just got to do the work. It's really just that simple. It's really just that simple. See, Chrissy, you done. See, Chrissy, like, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything. No, I appreciate you all. I am going to come back. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to do it. And yeah, Lauren, she was late today. She's usually the first one. I'm not dusty. I'm sweaty. So, okay. Well, Lauren, but see, Lauren, you act like people can smell you. Nobody can smell you through the darn phone. They can't even see me. Lord have mercy. Yeah, and that was great information. Thank you for your time. No, thank you for listening. I'm gonna catch you all like super soon in the next video. I promise. I promise. It's about to. It's gonna. Things are gonna come back down calm. I'm not gonna say money. We're not claiming that, but things are gonna calm down when my schedule will open up. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you. Bye.